Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I'm talking about going into monk mode and do deep work. So, first of all, let me just get into the definitions of these things. So, monk mode and deep work, they're two different sort of things, but they go hand in hand. So, monk mode, from the way that I describe it, is you're keeping your work a secret, right? You are putting your head down and you're getting on with your goals and your dreams, and you stop being a talker and you start being a doer. So instead of telling people about your dreams and telling people about what you're going to achieve, you're now just doing the work. Okay, and you're keeping your head down. You're not telling other people, wasting time doing that kind of thing. You're not doing unnecessary things. You're just focusing on doing the work. And it may be that you have to spend a little bit less time with your friends, spending a little less time doing activities that waste your time, like binge watching Netflix, playing video games, and you're just locked in and you're just focusing on your goals and you're ignoring other distractions. So that's what I would say that monk mode is from the way that I describe it. Okay, so let's go into deep work. So deep work is just literally a focused block of time where you work on your goals every day. So it could be just a couple of hours in the morning, or maybe you've only got time for 1 hour in the morning. But basically, it's just an undistracted time where you can just get on with your work. So for example, for me right now, I'm doing my deep work. I've just made videos for my other channel, which has now actually amazingly like over 30k subscribers, and I'm doing work for this channel as well. Like I'm talking about this thing, which I think is something that's really helped me. So in the moment, I'm in that zone. I'm in that zone of doing deep work. So what you want to do then is, if you do these two things, if you go into monk mode, you have less distractions. You're solely focused on your goals and the things that you're trying to achieve, and you have some time every day where you do deep work. I guarantee in 6 months' time, you're going to be way more ahead than you could even imagine for yourself. Now, I'm not saying that you'll have extraordinary results, although you may do that, but you'll be way better off in 6 months' time than you would be if you didn't do these things, okay? It's important to have time blocked out in your day where you don't get distracted, so you can just solely focus on your mission and your purpose in life. And it's also important to go into monk mode a little bit and have less distractions and sort of like less of the instant gratification, kind of like cheap dopamine things like video games, watching Netflix, doing useless activities that are not helping you towards your goals. Now, of course, it's okay to have some downtime, and I actually recommend having downtime and recreation time, going out for a walk, spending time with people that you really love. It's not a good idea to isolate yourself completely. In fact, that could actually lead to it could have disastrous effects actually to not be around other people. Okay, it's a good idea but what you want to do is you want to be thinking about the kind of people that you want to be spending your time with. You need to be spending your time with people that make you laugh, that uplift you, and that don't sandbag you and make you feel awful about yourself, or let's say you've got a few friends that maybe have a few bad habits that you can't help but slip into because you're always around them. You want to be picking carefully who you spend your time with. You want to just be with people that uplift you. So I'm not saying that you should isolate yourself, because that won't be a good thing for you. That can really affect your mental health actually by doing that. Okay, so don't just isolate yourself completely, but be with people who refresh you, who uplift you. Because if you've been doing some deep work and you've gone into monk mode for a little bit, let's say you've done that for a part of the day, but then you go out and see a friend, or you go and hang out with your spouse, or let's say your siblings come over or your parents, whoever you've got a good relationship with, they can really help refresh you and re-energize you. So you don't want to be around those energy vampires that sort of suck the energy out of you, right? It's not a good idea to be around those kinds of people. But it's very important that you do stay around people. So but also though, you shouldn't be telling them and talking about your goals to them and the things that you're trying to achieve. Still keep it to yourself, because it'd be fun. Like, let's say you don't talk about your goals, but you're still working on them and you're still doing them. you're going to really surprise and shock people when, let's say, you make a bunch of money, or you write a book, right, and just randomly you just show it to people. That's something really cool and surprising that you can do, and it's really funny when you actually. Because I wrote a book recently called "Attracting the Beautiful Woman of Your Dreams," and if you're interested, you can go and read it for free on my website. I shocked a lot of people that was even there. Not even my spouse knew that I had been writing a book, and she was like, "Oh, you wrote a book!" Like, it was just really funny to just surprise people like that. So that's what I recommend that you do. So let's just go quickly back into monk mode and deep work. So monk mode is you're keeping your goals a secret. You're avoiding people that are going to distract you and waste your time. And you've stopped talking about your goals and you're actually doing it. And deep work is when you have a select amount of time to a focused amount of block time where you can work on your goals. Now, it may be cool that you might, because if, let's say, you're a teenager or you're a student, you might have you could probably do a day of deep work. Okay, and I could easily slip into that if I didn't have other commitments, like having kids and having a family and all that kind of stuff. But so I only have a select amount of time during each day and on the weekends and stuff. But if you've got that time, do it, right? If you can spend more time doing deep work, do it, because it also feels really good, because you kind of get into a flow state. Because once you start going and you're inspired and you're like, oh yeah, there's this idea, that idea, because I'm speaking 100 miles a minute, but it's because I just got so many ideas. But when you're doing deep work, that kind of happens and you sort of get into this flow state, which is why I'm sort of speaking like this right now, right? I'm not even sure where this is coming from. It's just sort of one of those things that the universe just sort of gives us, right? This is what it feels to me like. These words are just coming out of me, and I don't know where it comes from, right? My subconscious probably, but it's one of those things, right? So when you get into this flow state, everything just seems magical, and everything's working, and you're saying the right things, you're doing the right things, you're writing the right things, you're building the right things, and it just seems really powerful, right? So when you do deep work, that's what you'll find that you'll get into. You'll just tap into a flow state, and it's just incredible. So if you do this, and you do this consistently for 6 months, your life will be way different, right? But like I said, I'm not saying you'll get amazing results, although you might do, depending on how good you are and what you're doing. But it's just one of those fun things that you can get into. And who knows, though, you might make amazing results and you might become a millionaire or something like that. Who knows? The possibilities are endless, right? When you do this kind of thing, when you go into monk mode and when you do deep work. So anyway, I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like help with a specific situation, then you can go to www.christineloveridge.com, and I shall talk to you guys very soon. Goodbye.